Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to a Bloxburg build review, and today we're talking about Arkfinity. Yes, that is right, the legendary, inspirational, one and only Arkfinity is back at it again with another release of a Bloxburg build. It has been 2 months since he has released anything, and we have been waiting patiently for his new style, his new builds, his new compositions of a Bloxburg house. So let's see how this performs. Let's see how this build looks. I'm going to be giving my thoughts on this. This is a fresh reaction right out of the bat, and yeah, let's just dive right in. Honestly, let's take a look at this build. It's been a while since we've seen an Ark build. The thumbnail looks pretty promising, so I have high hopes for this. Just do full screen. Alright, okay. I like the slivers of grass here. I think that is definitely a modern, like, touch to a driveway, so very nice. It looks like he's using a bit more plants this time around with his landscaping. Usually his landscaping is very bare, very minimal, not much plants or vegetation, so I'm glad to see he's using a lot more landscaping items here. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's, yeah, alright. Wait. Are those mushrooms? Mushrooms. Huh. That is definitely an interesting, like, choice to use. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, I feel like they may fit in, like, a darker type environment, but this is pretty bright, and this is a futuristic type concept, so I suppose, like, in the future, there's just fungi growing places, and it's, like, kind of like an alien world, I suppose, if that's what you think of futuristic. The exterior looks pretty nice, though. I'm not gonna lie. The exterior looks pretty unique. It's really well made, and it doesn't look cheap or, like, how do I say this? Just bland, you know? It's a lot more different than what most people do, so I like that aspect. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, the exterior is definitely pretty good on this one. I mean, it does look pretty futuristic with those circular windows. Well, that's a lot of them actually. Futuristic family hideaway. All right, that's what we have here. 325k. 325k. Oh my god. I thought this was like 500k at most, but wow, that's pretty cheap. I mean, if I built this, it would be probably $1 million. Yes, I'm aware of my own inefficient building tactics and my very expensive, okay, just expensively tedious builds, but yeah, right out of the bat, nothing so far I can say that is, like, entirely, like, bad or disliking of this particular build. I mean, it's still familiar of the Arkfinity style, but it definitely is in a new execution where you can say it's not bad, honestly. It's not bad at all. Alright, here is the inside. The interior, in my opinions, on Ark builds have been a weak point of his career, and I think this time around he's definitely getting better at interior decorating and interior designing. I'm going to give a more in-depth analysis and give my deeper thoughts onto my opinion on Arkfinity as a builder in a upcoming video, but for now, we are taking a look at what we have here. And so far from what I've seen, it is better than what I was hoping and better than I was anticipating for. So good job, Arkfinity. I mean, as again, with the texture use, I mean, yeah, I guess it's generally okay in this particular build. I mean, one thing I kind of don't like about this so far is, like, the fireplace. It is not... There is a gap between the wall and the fireplace. I kind of feel like that's a weird choice. I mean, even for a futuristic build, I don't know if the future is going to have fireplaces slightly extruding out from the wall where there's a gap in between. I mean, I understand you want to keep, like, the structural integrity for the windows, like, the design for that, but so it doesn't look all weird from that backside specifically, which is what I'm assuming is why you did this, but at the same time, it's just, like, it's kind of impractical, but you know what? I can't get too nitpicky with this build. I mean... Yeah, not too bad so far. This is kind of an awkward place for a piano, don't you think? This feels kind of imprisoning because of the bricks. I mean, I don't think the decals, I don't think he has a certain, does he have like a certain collection he uses? Like, I don't know if he uses, no, I don't see like a decal thing. Okay, so I guess he just uses random decals because there's no theme with the decals, honestly. Okay, I mean, pretty open. I mean, I must say, this is definitely still kind of a plain interior. I mean, I feel like the most of Arkfinity you're gonna get is up to this level, so you can't really complain if you like this particular building style. And hey, I respect your opinion if you prefer this. I mean, just note that I don't think his other releases are as consistent, but I mean, as what we've seen from the 2 past releases, they seem pretty promising, honestly. I mean, there's nothing wrong. You could critique him for his material use, like, I mean, look at this. The carpeting and then being the same pattern as the curtains we just saw just now. I mean, that could be a criticism I think people may not like. And then the decals being just not in the same theme also could be something, but generally, if you just want like a decent looking build, then I don't think this is particularly a bad construction to copy in your blocks brick plots. It's fine. And hey, if you prefer like a more minimal level of detail, like if you don't like the highly detailed, highly cluttered builds that I may do or someone else may do, like Look has, then I understand, honestly. You know, it's laggy, you know, it can get in the way sometimes, and I understand. Like, this is a refreshing build from a big builder in a while, and I mean, Arkfinity is still doing what he wants to do. I mean, it's Arkfinity, man. Can't argue with that. I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't like the texture use here. I mean, that just looks like kind of ghetto. But, you know, I think the material use is it's gonna be a bit like extreme with Arkfinity builds. Not too bad at all. I do think he could decorate his balconies though. I mean, come on, man. Like, come on, man. Where's the furniture on the balconies? You know, the balconies. You want to present your build nicely, right? You gotta have at least a chair out or something. Okay, this is pretty nice. I like that mirror concept. That one is pretty enticing, honestly. I mean, I'm still kind of iffy on the mushroom thing. I don't know. It's not growing on me really. But this house isn't too bad on it. This was a lot better than I was anticipating for. Though I do understand if you do feel like this build is particularly an eyesore. Okay, similar bathroom from downstairs with the sink. I'd say the build is pretty good. I mean, I can't say I'm impressed. I'm just like I'm just saying it's a pretty good home. I'm not amazed though. It's good, but I'm not astounded by it. That's kind of an awkward transition. Like, the plants here. It's interesting. A little sitting area. Alright. Sit here and just talk about, I don't know, something. Master bedroom. Alright. I think the execution of his builds have become a bit cleaner than what he was notoriously kind of just persistent of. But this one, yeah, especially with matured building tactics and, you know, better building systems nowadays, it's a lot easier to do these type of builds that he wants to execute and perform. Okay, yeah, I mean, the decals, I think. Okay, this is the master bathroom, right? Like, but why does it feel like an average bathroom? Like, the other bathrooms look the same as this one. Like, the master bathroom should have 2 sinks. It should be like a 5-piece bath. It should have a bathtub. I mean, I guess people in the future don't have baths, but I mean, still, it should be like really grand looking. This just looks like the bathroom from downstairs or from the hallway. Just with a slightly bigger shower. I mean, come on, Arkfinity. Gotta do a bit more than that. So yeah, I mean, this build looks generally good. I mean, not too much complaints here. I mean, I don't have anything specifically wrong with this house, but I do think he's still persistent of like the mediocre texture use and just kind of the plain look in general. I mean, I don't think in this particular build it looks bad. He does it well enough where it's not like under detailed or where it looks like an eyesore compared to his other builds, because I feel like with his other builds it's sort of like not done properly in my opinion, where it's like it looks kind of it looks like it's missing something. But this build doesn't have those qualities, so I can give a pass for this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say this is going to be a 6.7 in my book. Not a full 7 out of 10, but just a 6.7. I mean, I just said before that I still find the texture use sort of mediocre. Maybe not as much as his other builds, but this one still has some issues in my personal taste. And when it comes to the general execution here, this is definitely a higher quality Arkfinity build. This was a actually good composition from Arkfinity in a while. I mean, his last build was pretty good as well, but the one before that wasn't as great as I liked the other ones, and this one as well. So this one is definitely. I'm gonna have to give my actual deeper analysis on this once I produce the video about my opinion on Arkfinity. But yeah, this is not too bad.